warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So, good morning, students.
Morning, Miss.
I cannot hear your voice. Can you make a bit louder? I will try once again, okay? Good morning, students.
Morning, Miss.
Okay, nice. So, who are you today?
Fine.
Fine.
And you?
Okay, I'm fine too. Thank you for asking me. So, before we start our class today, let's pray together. But I want some help from one of you who want to help me to little bit. Okay, Muha, you can go.
Attention, Miss. Pray begin. Finish.
Okay, thank you so much for your help. So, after we pray, I want to check our attendance. I think we are already here. So, thank you so much for joining our class today. So, do you still remember what you learned in previous meeting? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What is that? What you learned? The materials.
Description text, I think.
Descriptive text.
Descriptive text.
Okay. So, do you still remember the generic structure of descriptive text?
Identification and description.
Okay, that's really good. You still remember. Thank you for your answer. So, today we are going to learn different materials. It's about recount text. So, we will learn about this text. But before we go for more, I want to tell you that descriptive text and recount text is different texts. And then descriptive text is usually talk about facts, like about you describe your house, you describe your brother, your cat, or anything like that. And then for the recount text, it talks about a past experience, like the memorable experience that you still remember about it, the event, what is happening in the past, and then it can be like good or bad. So you can write your experience, your past experience through this text, recount text. Okay. So before we go for more talk about recount text, I want to ask you about some question, and then show you these pictures. So this picture is Karimun Jawa, and you can see here, I love Karimun Jawa, right? Karimun Jawa, right? So there are two questions, and I want both of you to answer all the questions here. So the first question is, what comes to your mind after seeing the picture?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
The weather is good.
Yes, that's very nice. Very nice answer. Like you can see here, even the water is very blue, right? The weather is really good. And then the second question is, have you ever been there? No. Okay, same with me. Hopefully we can go together one day. So after we see this picture, let's continue our main topic for today is about context. Here we are, the context. So this slide show that the definition and social functions. So I want both of you to read the text here. One is definition, and then the other one is social function. So who want to go first? Okay, Zahra.
Okay. Definition: a text which retells event or experience in the past.
Okay. So Muha, you can read the social function.
Social function. The social function of a recount text is to communicate past events or experiences in a clear chronological manner.
Okay, that's very nice. Thank you so much for your help. So, like what I said before, the recount text is a text that tells a past experience. So, when you want to write a recount text, you have to consider about the social function, about the chronologically order. So you don't just like write text and then just sharing to your readers or your friends, but you have to remember that you have considered about the chronologically order about the events that happened in the past. Okay, do you still have a question?
No.
No. Okay, let's continue then. It's about generic structure of recount text. So there are some generic structure, three. The first one is orientation, events, and reorientation. I want some help again, or maybe I want to ask one of you. Zahra, can you read the first generic structure here?
Orientation. The orientation sets the scene by providing background information about who, what, when, where, and why.
Okay, thank you so much for your help, Zahra. So the first generic structure of recount text is this one. The orientation part is always in the first paragraph. So when you want to write the context, you have to write the very first paragraph. It calls orientation. So in the orientation, it's like an introduction. You introduce who is the writer, when did the writer do the experience, the story, and then where and why the writer in the story do the experience. And then the second one is events. So I want how you can help me.
So number 2 is events. The event section narrates the sequence of action, experiences, or occurrences in chronological order, such as on the first day, after, etc.
Yes, thank you so much for your help, Muha. So, like what I said before, that when you want to write a context, you have to make it chronologically order. So, you tell the first day what the writer do, like what you do in the past experience, and then the other day what you do. So you have to you can use this words like on the first day, after, before, and etc. And then the last one is the reorientation. So the reorientation is the very last paragraph. So it's like provide closure or reflection of on the event described. So it like show the writer feeling about the stories about the past experience, like did the writer happy or not, or maybe just sad, or just like disappointed about the story and something like that. So you have a question about the generic structure? Okay, thank you. So let's move on. On the next page is about language feature. So recontext is the past experience, right? I already like repeated again, like past experience, past experience. So when you want to write a context, you have to use past tense. Like you can see here, the formula is subject, verb to or ed, and then the plus object or complement. So the second form is subject plus was, were, plus object and complement. So the example for the first form is we departed from Jepara. So departed indicate the past tense because departed, the verb one of departed is depart. But when it comes to past tense, you can add like ed here, like the form here, like verb to or ed. Okay, you understand?
Yes.
And then the second one, can you help me to read the example?
It was a short holiday. I was so happy.
Okay, can you find the past tense in this sentence in the example? Yeah, was. That's correct. Thank you for your answer, Muha. So it was indicate the past tense because the original, like the verb one of was is. Okay, like when you want to write a simple present tense, it will be like it is a short holiday. But when it comes to past tense, you have to change it to was or were because the subject is it, so the to be is was. So it was a short holiday. Okay, understand?
Yes.
Okay, let's continue then. The other one is still a language feature. It's about using conjunction or connector, using adverb of time, and using action verb. So, Zara, can you help me to read the first one? Yes.
Using conjunction or connector such as and, so, was, before, after.
Okay, thank you so much for your help, Zara. So, yes, like what I said before, that when you want to write a context, you have to make it chronologically ordered, right? So you can use this one and so once before after to connect all your sentences in the story, so your reader will be more understand about what you want to tell to them. Okay, and then the second one, Muha, you can help me.
Using effort of time, explain the time when fit the writer to the experience.
Okay, thank you so much for your help. So using effort of time is very important because when you want to tell a story, you have to make it in detailed information, right? So you have to tell about the effort of time, like the time, when did the experience happen, when did the story happen. So you have to consider about it, okay? And then the last one is using action verb. So action verb is describe the actions, activities, or events that took place during the recounted experience, like for example swimming and then exploring and departed. Like when the writer did the experience, she or he is like swimming, so means that they do swim, and then like exploring, so they means that they do explore something or something like that. Okay, so there are for the language features. Maybe you can ask me a question if you have a question. No? Okay, that's nice. So let's continue. Okay, we come to the example of the context. Finally, we are here. So let's see. Okay, this text is about a writer's experience in holiday to Karimun Jawa. So I want both of you to read the text. The first person will be read the first paragraph and the second paragraph, and then the second person will be read the third and then the last paragraph. Okay? So who wants to go first? Okay, Zahra, you really want to read it. I saw it. Like you smile a lot. You can read the first and the second, okay?
My holiday to Karimun Jawa. This was my first experience going to Karimun Jawa. It was so fun. I was so excited. Days before the trip, I went there with my friend. We had a holiday last month from April to April. We went there by ferry. We departed from Jepara in the morning so we could spend more time in the afternoon exploring the island. Once we got there, we were taken straight to the hotel where we had lunch. The next thing to do was enjoying the sunset at Bukit Love Karimun Jawa. It was amazing. As soon as the sky got dark, we went back to the hotel. We had dinner before we continued our activity. We explored the hotel premises.
Okay, thank you so much for your help. It's like very good pronunciation. Then the second person, Muha.
The next day, we did other activities. We went snorkeling after we finished our breakfast. We had a chance to have our picture taken with beautiful fish and coral reefs there. I also spent time swimming with sharks. It was both exciting and thrilling. We went back to the hotel once we finished all the activities. We packed before we left the island. Although it was a short holiday, we enjoyed ourselves. It was really fun.
Okay, thank you so much for your help, Muha, and Zahra too is very helpful, and you guys already did very good job. So applause for all of us. Okay, so can you guess like what is the first paragraph? Like we already know that there are three generic structure of the context, right?
Yeah.
The first one is
Orientation.
okay, nice answer, Zara. You really pay attention. Thank you so much. So the second one is
Description.
no. Muha, maybe you have another answer.
Event.
Yes, this is the sequence of events in this story. Thank you so much for your answer, Muha. And then what is it? The events are in the second and then third paragraph. Is called events. And then the last paragraph is
Reorientation.
okay, nice. Thank you so much, Zara. The last paragraph is reorientation. Let's check it out together. Yay! Okay. This is the orientation, events, and reorientation. Okay. So next will be, let me see, will be find the past tense. So we already learned about the language feature, right? So there are some of language feature, and one of them is past tense. Can you guess? Okay, we will not read or find all of them. We can just look at the first paragraph. Can you find the indicator of past tense?
This was.
This was. Then Zara, you have answer.
It was.
It was. Nice. Then
I was.
I was. Okay, nice. Muha, can you find another answer?
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. Okay. So let's check it out together in the next page. It's about, okay, I bold the past tense. Here you can see it, right? So the first, like, this was. It's like what I said before, that the formula is subject, was or were, and then object or complement, right? So the writer write with this was. And then the other one is like we went. So we went is the, what is it? The verb one of when is go. So when it comes to verb two, it changed to when, because it's past experience. The writer use when, not go. Okay. Then you have question about past tense. Is it hard to find past tense? No. Okay, that's good. Let's go. It's about conjunction. So conjunction, it's like, can you still remember the language feature about the conjunction or connector? Like, we come to the second paragraph.
Once.
Yes, once. Then yes, once. No. Let me see. This before, we have before here, like the connector is like before, after, once, like that. Like, let's see the this, yes. As soon as you got the right answer, Muha, and then once, before, it's your answer is correct, Zara, and then before. Okay. Then you have a question about the connector or conjunction. Okay, let's move on. It's about action of verb. Like the action of verb is like, what is the writer do? Like, what is, like, the example before is like swimming, exploring. Can you find maybe in the, what is it? Let me see. The example before is, you can find it here, departed. So it means that the writer is departed in that place. Okay, departed. Let's see the answer. Here we have spent, continued, explored, finished, spent, went, packed. There are a lot of more example than before, right? You can see here, like, spend means that the writer spend time or do anything in that activities, continued, and then explored, and etc. Okay? You have a question about this? No? Let's move on. Okay, this time is working group. I have sent it in your phone. You can see it, the file that I sent to you. You have to work together. You can read and then discuss about it. I will give you 15 minutes to discuss together, okay? If you have any question while you answering the question, you can ask me. It's just free to ask. If you have still confused about the generic structure or the language feature of the context. you finished?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, ready to share your answers together?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So let's start from number one. Okay, can you read the question and then answer the question, then read aloud so we can check together. Okay. Number one is Muha.
Okay.
Okay, go on.
Number one question: what is the text mainly talking about? So I think the text mainly talk about the writer's experiences when experience when visiting the zoo park with their family.
Okay. Okay. Good. Zara, do you agree with Muha's answer?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's correct. It mainly talk about the past experience about the writer about holiday in the zoo park with family and see the animal and so on. So give a plus to Muha. You got very right answer. And then the second question for Zahra, you can read the question first and then answer the question. Go on.
What motivated the writer and their family to visit the zoo park? They want to spend some quality time together outdoor and observe the various animals up close.
Okay. Okay. So Muha, do you agree with the Zara answer? Okay. So that's the correct answer, Zara. Give a plus to Zara. Okay. So because we already practice, we already learned before the materials and then practice and then we discuss the answer together. So give a plus to us. We already did a good job. So we come to the very last part for this meeting. So can you still remember what we have learned today about context, like about the generic structures and then the language features and so on? Do you still remember it? What is the generic structure?
Orientation.
Then yes.
The orientation.
Okay, that's correct. Thank you, Zara. Give applause. And then there's some generic there's some a language feature, right?
Yeah.
There's a like adverb,
Adverb of time.
conjunction connector, and then what is it? Past tense, and so on. So I think we already learned a lot about today, right? We already read and then we already practice. So we are already finished our meeting today, and you guys already did a very good job. So, but I have a homework to you. You have to write a context based on your past experience. It can be good, it can be happy. It's up to you, but you have to collect it in the next meeting. Okay? You can just write it in on your book, and then maybe in the next meeting, if we have a chance, we can share it in the classroom, in the front of our friends. Okay? So, how you feel about today's class? It's like happy or like it's boring? Oh, cheerful! Thank you so much. Zara, maybe you have. Okay. So, is my voice clear to you? Okay, that's very nice. So, I guess that's all for today. Thank you so much for your attention, and thank you so much for coming to this class. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.